What's up? And we are back. Welcome to Two Girls in an Opinion with your girl, Ashby and Melina. We're back with another episode. We know it's been a while, but we're here. We're still here. And don't forget that, okay? Don't ever forget it. How you been since the last?
Still here.
And we appreciate y'all in the views for the last video. We're gonna try to be more consistent with this thing, but we gonna always have an opinion. Make sure you follow us on our social medias and everything. I'll make sure I put them below. But yeah, how you been?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm still here. And you are too.
Yes, and we appreciate
and I
you.
appreciate that you're here.
Yeah. You ready to get into the things of the things?
I guess.
We gonna get into it, so you don't really have to. We know y'all been getting into it because it's been all the things trending is what we're gonna talk about. So we're gonna start off with the RIP to our sis Angie Stone. She passed on March 1st. In an unfortunate car accident. This is per the Shade Room. Stone's representative did confirm that the artist was killed in a car crash following a performance in Montgomery, Alabama, early Sunday morning. No other details are known at this point. You know the streets talk. So I did hear, because you know she did do that video, she did do the video recently. There was a live that she did where she talked about, how she...
I actually watched that live
when it was live.
Yep, I actually did. Yep.
So she just pretty much talked about in that live how she should be retired, which that goes to say for a lot of these performers, that the Mary J. Bliges, the girls that are still on tour. And I'm not talking about a tour, you go on a tour and then you don't have another one for a few years, 10 years, 15 years. And then you may do a residency. These girls are touring back to back to back.
All year long.
All year long.
And they 60? Well,
yeah, they're in the age range where they've worked hard enough to where they shouldn't have to. A tour should be a choice at this point.
Like a Tina Turner.
Right, exactly.
Diana Ross.
Exactly.
Like they're at that. In my book, they're at that.
They are. They are.
Angie was a creator. So.
And she wasn't just a singer. She was a writer.
Yes.
She was a developer. A lot of these artists now don't have that artist development right now. They talked about how a lot of people stole her swag. The record industry pretty much gave her swag to Jill Scott when she was coming out. This was unbeknownst to Jill Scott. You know they will make an artist into who they want them to be. And just kind of develop them that way. But she helped a lot of artists, and she caught a lot of slack with D'Angelo and all that. There's always been a lot of drama surrounding Angie, but I will say,
it was unwarranted.
Yeah, it was
unwarranted.
Yeah,
especially from not even before she's passed. I mean, people really was giving her
oh yeah, she was always.
Everybody always had good things to say about
now,
her.
Don't get it twisted. The girls are touring, but the tour people are filling up the seats. So, they're still getting their coin.
Yeah.
But the thing about this, she talked about the live and she talked about, her not being able to have her money and all this and Clive and all the usual suspects. And I heard that somebody heard a gunshot. This is all alleged. Somebody heard a gunshot.
I heard that too.
The tire possibly got shot out. This is all alleged, on the Atlanta streets.
But why does it always have to be something?
Like some type of conspiracy, or it just has to. It's not so much. We like to sum things up with the conspiracy. That title has turned into something that's like
unexplainable.
Right. We're gonna get into Dr. Umar and his BS, but like that type of conspiracy theorist type thing, people have been able to make a joke of it, and you know what I mean, but
it's just the answer to everything. But
right,
sometimes
exactly.
Really be something bigger than what we know is going on. But it's not a conspiracy. She said what it was. That's not a conspiracy. That's somebody taking your money. Is that a conspiracy that people take money? How's it a conspiracy?
No, it's a conspiracy as far as like her death. Yeah, the death part.
I understand that, but if it was, that's not a conspiracy. That's a
fact.
M word.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's not a conspiracy. It's what y'all been getting away with. That's moving on.
So yeah, rest in peace to Angie Stone.
Rest queen.
Her family. Yes. And prayers to her family and everyone involved.
She in my playlist.
Yeah.
She in my playlist.
Girl.
We be down to
Down to the pub.
Down to the pub.
My sunshine has come. My sunshine. Baby.
Okay.
But that's one regret I do have. That's why you got to see your face while they're on tour. Go see them, man. Because I haven't seen Angie Stone live. I think that's one person that I haven't seen live. And it's so funny. I think she did Essence a few years. She didn't do Essence the year we went.
No.
She did Essence. I want to say it may have been the year before we went or something like.
Been a few years ago. I don't know. If
because she did it like consecutively. Like she was
did it.
always at Essence. So I hate we missed it. But rest in peace to the queen. Moving on. Yes. So moving on from that. So Caleb McCray, former Southern University student, was arrested. Last month, there was a report about a college student. This is per the Neighborhood Talk. There was reported on a college student, Caleb Wilson, 20 years old, who sadly passed away after he was punched in the chest during an off-campus pledging ritual for Omega Psi Phi fraternity. One man is currently in police custody, which actually he was released on probation today. He got bond. So, with report of his death, Caleb Wilson, the university did suspend all fraternities, sororities as well, suspended all pledging lines. So all the people that had been online to pledge, you're done. Caleb, he was 20 years old. His father was a retired police officer. He was a member of the band at Southern University. And, you go to college and it's just the norm to pledge. It's really like you go to a HBCU, you pledge, and that's just the thing. But it's so much.
Everybody doesn't pledge.
I didn't pledge. And the only reason why I did not pledge is because of the hazing. My school was very much so a school that did haze. I know for a fact they did haze, and y'all was not. My family, I went to school in South Carolina. I was raised in Minnesota, so I went from Minnesota to South Carolina to go to school. I was down in South Carolina by myself, no family within driving range to be able to call. It would have been a lost cause if I was in a situation where I needed to make a quick call for my family to get there as quick as possible.
Oh, but baby, we went down there.
But if they got down there, it would not have been good for anybody. And that's all I kept thinking about in my head, because the things that I heard people going through.
And they had it out
and
for you.
The thing about it with these sororities and fraternities, in the hazing whole thing, not every Black organization does it, because to be honest, the ones that because you have to take a test at the end of your hazing process. The point of it is to get the knowledge so you pass the test. Most fraternities and sororities, they literally just take a test, and those people aren't respected. They call them paper. And like they pretty much just took the test. And I just never saw anything wrong with that. I understand what the organization was based on. I get it. I did my research before I was going to pledge. But what it's turned, I'm not even going to say what it's turned into, because, what it's been.
Because this ain't the first case.
I'm not even saying it's going to be reconfigured. No. And it's not just Black fraternities and sororities. It's white ones too. Y'all doing the same thing.
So let me ask you this, as an HBCU grad, as you are. And I was watching the show, and I will not name the name, but this conversation was a bunch of attorneys and HBCU grads. And
I think I know. I show you.
Okay, so they were kind of protecting, I'm not saying that this happened, that they were co-signing it, but they were sticking to the code of ethic. So my automatic mind being that even though we're from Minnesota or whatever the case may be, it went to a gang mentality. It went to a gang mentality. You got to get jumped in.
Yeah.
Maybe your status.
So is your question like, is it more like a gang?
It's still a gang, but they were disparaging gang and hip hop culture. So it was very.
Girl, that's why I feel like I live in opposite world, because you're right. It very much so is a game.
But you want to separate it by education.
Exactly.
But you're doing the
and
same
it's no
tactic.
different. If you're going about it this way, it's no different than the people you claim are hoodlums and all these names you like to come up with.
And
you're
I'm not
no different
put it on
from
the
that.
white people. But
no.
I'm talking about the black people because I'm black.
Exactly.
It's the same culture. It's the same mentality that you have to
do something. And my whole mentality was my sister never did anything to me like that. So I'm supposed to let y'all do things to me my blood wouldn't do to me for y'all to call me your sister?
Child, please.
Y'all doing things to me my blood sister wouldn't do to me.
In a regular fight.
Baby. So I'm going to let y'all do that to me? I think not. That's all that would replace. I'm like, so my own sister never even treated me like that. Nobody in my family ever treated me. Why would I
let you do
that? I ain't gonna be able to do it and pay y'all to do it.
You might as well be a Crip. Or blood. I mean, I don't know. It's
Gangster's choice.
I guess depending on where you live. Depending on where you live. If you live on campus or if you live on the west side or somewhere.
Hey.
I don't know.
Is given same initiation process.
Or if you live in the Hamptons. I don't know.
Rest in peace, Caleb Wilson.
Please.
You know, I hate that this happened to you.
You went to school and did everything right.
You did everything right.
You did nothing wrong.
No, you did nothing wrong. And it just...
It's unfortunate.
I'm not going to say it scares me because I don't use that word, but I hate that, you know, I have a child that's going to go to college and probably pledge. But you know what I mean? The difference is...
It's not best for me. It's not best
for the difference is, and I can't even say he will because he's very much so, I'm not doing all of that. Very much my spirit.
He'll drop out before that happen, and I'll be down
Y'all gonna do what? I'll be down there.
I've gone down there already to wherever I've had to go.
She has. So yeah, rest in peace to him and his family, and justice for everyone. Moving on, we're gonna get into, we never talk about DDG. He never really comes across my timeline, but this kind of perked my ear, this most recent thing he's going through.
You see him, but you go past it. You know, it's like he's a scroll past her.
Right. Because I always,
just for me,
whenever I see him, I think of shenanigans. I feel like when
it'd be like the same thing.
Yeah. I'll read the headline and I just, scroll. So he recently spoke out about not being able to see his son, even though his son is sick at the moment. He said he don't care. He don't care who the F filming movies. He don't give a F. I care about my son. I'm not going to sit here and get bullied. So I'll play a little.
He wanted to put him in the shower so the steam could hit his throat.
I'll play a little bit of what he said.
Every single day or every other day, I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to come over or whatever. I never get him dropped off. I always go pick him up. I live far as shit. So I'm driving hours to go get him, and then I get there and I can't get him. Or I can't see him. My son is sick right now. I want to see my son. I want to hold my son. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to comfort him. I want to put him in the shower, get some steam in his nose so he can feel better. I don't get the chance to do that. I get pinned against the wall, and then everything else is variables on why I can't see my son. You feel me? Like it don't have nothing to do with me working, by the way. I'm not going to air out her business, but me and her has not been together for a long time. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's been going on for a minute where I just never got on the internet and said nothing. I mean, I might throw little subliminals or some shit like that, but it's like, bro.
Is it me or has he not always been on the internet talking about this relationship? I mean,
every time I scroll,
I could be wrong.
That's what I saw, but I ain't really listened.
He didn't get into our algorithm until he started messing with Holly, and that's just true tea.
I'm of a woman of a particular age. I guess,
so he's not gonna. He's not gonna.
I see him, but I scroll.
Right. So y'all heard what he said. So he's pretty much alleging that Holly is not allowing him to see his son. He hasn't seen him in months. Mind you, I believe the boy is 13 months, and we've seen so much footage of him and his son. Well, when
he said that, I was like, well, last week I seen you with the baby, so maybe it was old footage.
Hey, like we said, he's not in our algorithm, but I know the baby wasn't walking, and now he's walking, and I saw you since he's been walking. And I know he couldn't have been walking for no more than at least 2 months.
And then you was playing the boy your song, and then the boy said,
he ain't like it.
He ain't like it, or whatever the case may be.
But what triggered you is when he watched Little Mermaid and lit up.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
I seen that, but I ain't put that together.
It triggered him.
Oh.
It was a trigger, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So instead of him sitting down on somebody's couch and laying down and working that out, he decided to bring it to the World Wide Web, and we in the group chat, and now the two girls got an opinion. What's your opinion, sis?
I have several.
Okay.
I have several.
Go on.
Because
we got time today.
I don't like when people weaponize the mom don't let you see the kids, because because I wasn't that type of person. We never had them issues. So maybe it's more the average now that people don't let them see their kids. I don't know, because I can't speak to it. So that's why I'm trying to be objective.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to be objective.
Let me. Okay.
Because baby, come pick her up.
That's what I don't understand. I don't see what mom wouldn't want a minute.
But what I believe,
unless
in
it's
my
an
heart,
inconvenience,
and just in my heart, is if the baby's sick, just let them rest. That's my only thing. Like, if a baby's sick, just let them rest. Don't come around here breathing on them because you just came offline or whatever case. And if you want to breathe on them, whatever the case. But I'm sick too.
And moreover, if it's deeper,
just let the baby rest.
And moreover, if it's deeper than that, and you haven't seen your baby in months, baby, you got to call your lawyer.
But I'm not finna.
You got to call your lawyer. Like, what is the internet?
I'm not going on the line.
What is the? What can we do? Do you want us to put Buzzbeat's number in the comments so you can call them? Because what are we to do with this information?
What did we do with it?
Nothing.
And now we reading you for nothing.
For nothing. And now you being bullied.
Got you a court order to go see your baby if she is keeping that baby from me, because I am all for fathers seeing babies.
Absolutely.
Get you a court order so you can see your baby.
Right.
I ain't never seen you smoke crack. I ain't never seen. I see that you clean. You might get you a little order.
You might get on our nerves, but you're a good dad. Yeah, you seem like a good dad.
You from your baby,
Please go. Order. Yeah, you have to go to court for that baby.
Go get
the internet can't do nothing for you but drag you.
That's
the best we can do.
To get you a little order, get you a little court date. You know
and
what
people
I'm saying?
kill
so
me
y'all
like
can get y'all something on paper.
Shout out to Nika Knight. She had some guy on her stream. Because guys was in her chat during the live when she was discussing the same topic, and the guys were saying, "Yeah, I don't understand these women. Judges are always in a woman's favor. It's always in a woman's favor." You know, a guy got up on the thing or whatever and was talking. He was just saying how difficult it was for him, but he wouldn't state anything specific. What it is you see this little, Neek did the same thing. You see this notebook I got? You have to document everything. So on this date, I tried to go see my son. Nothing happened. Take that to the judge, and the judge will put in an order. Oh, she's not letting you see these sons on this date. He has it documented. We're going to put in an order that you have to see your sons in this day. And it don't mean you pop up and play with the baby downstairs while she upstairs.
And everybody's
And whose shower you going to use? Hers?
I think not.
And why you just said y'all not together, and you said that 50 times.
You didn't mess it up on your case because you didn't went down to the internet talking about the baby sick, and you mad because you can't go see the baby and put him in the shower so he can breathe through his lungs. And everybody in the house sick. You come around my house and everybody's sick, you gonna get your ass whooped.
And quiet as it's kept, you had him around all them mother effers. Is that why he's sick right now? One thing about the baby be outside.
He be outside, but now he's sick, so he need to be inside.
And that's
really what the end of the story. The baby need to be inside.
For now.
If she don't want you at the house with the baby sick right now, just let the baby get better so you can get your baby.
Why? It's literally a FaceTime.
You just want to hop up and get the baby.
That's not how any of this works.
If the baby's sick.
Not even that. Even if he wasn't sick, you can't just hop up and come to somebody's house.
You can't.
And come
but I can understand a little bit more. Honestly,
yeah, if the baby wasn't sick.
Okay, whatever. You on my nerve, that's a regular argument, and we going to have to work through it. I'm still going to court. Go get your order. We gonna get our order. I really
take the baby and go if he's not sick. But if he's sick,
the baby's sick, let him go to sleep. He don't want you in the face talking about you going to get in the shower with him so he can breathe through his lungs. Shut up.
Sleep.
Oh my God. I just don't like when people bother with babies.
Yeah.
You bother with the baby and you're just trying to breathe.
My favorite part be the comments. So shout out to Rodney the Voice. Boy, go get a lawyer or a hush. You have the money to pay for one. We can't assist you. A lawyer can. Somebody else.
I ain't even read that, and I swear.
Unpopular opinion. Let these active fathers get their babies.
Ain't nobody say don't get them.
Another comment. He mad because she told him to take the baby. He admitted on live he wanted to see the baby at her house and stay there. No, get your son and go. They need to post the whole live because he admitted he ain't want to take the baby.
Oh Lord.
So all that she shout out to her. She must have watched the live. You know they do hold right. You know they hold a girl on stream. They stream. You know like Kai Cenat. He's a streamer like that. So they stream for like 6 and 7 hours.
Oh, cause ain't nobody watching that.
Girl. So yeah. So evidently in the live you wasn't planning on. That's what I'm saying. He wanted to pull up and play with his baby at the house.
And that's not how. In the comments if you watch the live or you know about the live, and let us know if the girl said to come pick your baby up. Oh my bad.
Because from what I heard, yeah.
Why he's sick and leave me alone so I can get better.
Right.
Let me know if that's what happened.
Right. Doubt it, but okay. Moving on from there to some more shenanigans.
Wait, to wrap that up. He was wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I just
the final opinion on that.
He on the record.
In our humble opinion, he was dead wrong for that. You're dead wrong. So moving on to somebody else that's dead wrong and got me blocked. And I watched this live the other day. He went on another blocking spree. He did me like, I was like, I see you ain't just do me like that.
But he said blocked for life. He kept saying,
I told you when I actually said, sister, if I blocked you, it was for a reason.
But meanwhile, how long ago was that?
Girl,
it had to been like 7 years ago.
No, it was like 3 years ago.
Oh, it was during the pandemic?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you just got blocked. You asked about the school.
I donated.
Yeah, I donated too.
We
bought the book. Did we buy? No, we went.
Yeah, I bought the book and
I bought the book too then. If you bought the book, I did because you was a thing. But anywho.
So his daughter, I can't even say alleged daughter because Dr. Umar confirmed it because when she first came out, people were saying, is this even his daughter? Like she could be lying. And then here comes Dr. Umar. So I'll play what she said first.
Wanted to come on here with a small short announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying
looking just like him.
I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you.
Oh.
I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't.
So that's what she had to say. So pretty much, and I always knew he had other children. Dr. Umar.
He said he did.
has always gone off about child support. You knew he had child support cases galore as much as he goes off about child support. I said somebody hurt him having to do with child support.
Yep.
Because he just always goes off on it, about it. So that came out. Whenever that initially came out, people were in the comments like, you know, are you even his daughter? You didn't even have to ask long because you know Dr. Umar, he do all of this.
When I seen them eyebrows.
I'll play with you. What you say when you saw them eyebrows? What?
When I seen them eyebrows, I knew exactly who he was and who she was.
All right, so this is what he said.
Philadelphia everywhere, and you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? But let me say this. The quickest way for you to get blocked or put on the FDMG Book of Negro list.
I'm sure I'm on that list.
The quickest way for you to get blocked or get put on the
He gonna say it in
FDMG
threes.
Book of Negro list.
My therapist said that's a form of mind control, saying things in threes.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
I'm going to start doing that.
Okay, I did $2 million contracts. I did $2 million contracts. I said I did $2 million contracts.
I will say this. I'm open to the conversation. Where is Mama Smurf at? Get daughter Smurf and Mama Smurf and then Papa Smurf, and we're gonna have a nice conversation.
She mentioned she does have a stepdad that she
Let's
loves.
get to the bottom of this.
Or is he calling himself
And I'm
Papa
gonna
Smith?
bring white man paperwork. Oh yes, I have all of my white man paperwork. So big.
Hey TikTok, so I just
So he's pretty much saying that it was the mother's fault. My thing is, one thing men say is, you know, the mother's fault. She's 22. You can literally just communicate with the daughter and cut out the middleman, which is the mom.
At that
Which,
age, you could do
in
that way
your
before 22.
man. So you're so full of shit. And
You can
one
only
thing
use a
about
mom
one thing,
for
what I
so
tell
long.
y'all, one thing about a deadbeat dad, he hate to see me come. I see why you blocked me, cause I'm gonna call you out on your shit every time.
Child,
Every
that.
time.
They don't like that. But
No.
the thing is, how long does a mom have to be involved to where? So they use the brainwashing thing. So okay, she's brainwashed, right? that's what they say. You the mom then
The main
brainwashed the
manipulator
kid,
to talk.
the case may be. Okay.
But
look at it from this angle. This ain't on the itinerary, but this just popped up in my head.
go ahead, go off.
So, okay, you heard about that boy or whatever that got the girl pregnant, the NBA dude. I can't remember his
Aisha
name.
and the
Anthony
other
Edwards
little
or whatever.
babies,
No. Basketball player, NBA. I think his name is Anthony Edwards. If it's wrong, allegedly, I don't know. So, he got the girl pregnant and said, basically, from what I got from it, if I'm the dad or I am the dad because the baby here, I'm going to pay child support, but I don't want no custody. I don't want to do nothing with the baby. I don't want to have none of that. I pay my little piece of child support, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So, okay, let's go back to Dr. Umar. Mm-hmm. Do you think it is rightful if a dude, okay, let me back up the story a little bit. He told old girl,
see, I'm thinking you're talking
abortion.
You talking about where he laughed at the girl, sent the laughing emojis to the girl, like, are you kidding me? I'm not, like, no, you need to have an abortion. That's little baby's baby mom. She has a son by a little baby.
Okay, well, maybe that's her.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but go up. Yep,
Okay.
that's her.
So do you think
I know where you're going.
If a dude tell you, I'll pay for the baby's little medical, even though I don't know what Dr. Umar white man paperwork said, but I'm just doing the devil's advocate. Because do you think that a dude could be like, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay for the baby, but don't expect me to show up to dance. Don't expect me to show up to blah, 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 blah. If he tells you...
dude said he pretty much, he told her to have an abortion. He don't want nothing.
Right.
He probably gonna sign his rights over.
It don't matter, but you still gotta pay.
So you're saying if a guy tells you to get an abortion prior to, but you end up having a baby, should you
hold him to a higher standard of taking
I see what
care
you're
of that
saying.
baby he got to pay for it. So that's just what the law is.
I think
you
know what my
morally,
opinion. I think you know what my opinion is.
What?
I think whenever, at this age I'm at now, and I wish I had this wisdom in my earlier years. If you have a baby by a guy, end up plan in your head on being a single mom, regardless of what that guy tells you. Plan in your head on being a single mom.
I get that.
And that's even if you're married.
That's not the most natural feeling. I mean, that's not the most natural
I'm just saying.
reaction.
I'm just saying if you're not even.
That's not even a norm.
That's these days.
It is, but it's not the norm.
But what I'm saying is, in this particular situation, he told her. So because she did mention, like in the text, she had just recently had an abortion. She didn't want to have an abortion again, and that's her right. Guys don't have the right to have an abortion. They can pretty much give their opinion, and if the girl decides to have it, the baby is here. What are you to do? In this particular situation, she's gonna have to plan on being a single mom, and he's probably, unless he signs his rights away, then he has to pay for the baby.
He has to.
And if not, then she's going to have to live with the fact of she has this baby now. You have to one day explain to your daughter or your son that your dad never even wanted you to be here. And even if you don't explain it to your child, they're gonna find out because it's all on the internet.
So here is what I'm at with it, and I'm thinking it more from a legal aspect. So you create a baby, you don't want to take care of that baby. Okay, morally is what I'm talking about, but financially, by law, you got to take care of it because you created it.
So you're saying morally,
if somebody tell you don't. Me as a mother, somebody tell me don't have a baby, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm finna have this baby. I just had an abortion.
Right, I don't want to have an abortion.
This is me just thinking. I don't know what I would do, but this is me thinking, seeing this bullshit. So you saying that you don't want to take care of the baby, okay, I'm gonna have the baby. I'm telling you, I'm having the baby. So by law, you guys still pay me my $20,000 a month. But you're saying you're not coming to dance class. You don't care about Christmas. You don't care about none of that. You don't care about going to the baseball game. Blah blah blah. I don't want you around my baby because I don't trust you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Why would you want your child around a baby
somebody that don't want? Yeah.
So,
one thing you can't fight for is for him to be an active father.
No, I know.
Even if the judge orders him to spend time.
And I'm really. It's sad that somebody would actually be like, you have a whole human out here, but whatever the case may be, because that's where you're at. That's where you're at. I don't feel that I would send my child somewhere where she was not wanted or he was not wanted and I'm getting a check for him or her. If I done chose to have this baby and then you can at least take care of the baby financially, go on and take your losses because you decided to going to have that baby with somebody that clearly ain't nothing, didn't think about you. Take your check, raise your baby best you can, but don't send that baby around there.
No,
do not send that baby over
I don't
there.
think.
Do y'all watch these people sending their
I don't think he wants the baby to come over there.
You don't think? He said.
He said what? He said he doesn't want anything to do with the child.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he don't want no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he wants the baby to come over there in this particular situation.
He said it.
But one thing about it too, which you have to understand, karma is real. When you have a seed out there that you just said, and they're here, you don't have to worry. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
That's something that you ain't even got to worry about, that karma or not.
If you don't get a dime and he just going about his way and you end up just having to raise the baby, just know.
You just make sure you make a decision that's best for yourself.
No, not even that. Just know he gonna get his. Like you don't be.
You almost can't worry about it.
Yeah,
you almost can't worry about whatever comes to him.
Not even worry about it. I'm just saying, take care of your child and everything.
That's all you gotta concern yourself.
But it's like, for just the men that do that, like karma, you just don't. You're not able to get away with that energetically and live on this earth. It's gonna either affect you directly. It might affect the kids you have. It's going to directly affect him. So you don't get to do that. So you're going to get your karma. Don't think you can just have a kid like, oh, I'm signing my rights off and that's just that. No, you have a whole person that's here now. So it is what it is. It's not my cross to bear. I'm wishing the baby the best.
Ooh, that's the only one I'm thinking about. Because don't send me to... if I'm a baby and I ain't, you know what I'm saying, wah, don't send me around there. Do not send me to that man's house because I don't know what he may do.
Speaking of, I did want to touch on this since we on the ain't shit tip. It's so funny they played No Scrubs. Let me not get straight. Journey Smollett's ex-husband wants half her childhood acting coins, despite her paying him nearly $1 million since their divorce and $7,000 monthly child support. She's had this money since she was 3 years old.
What am I supposed to say something? Because I don't.
No, I'm gonna read some more. I just wanted that to sink in. So, according to court documents obtained by the Neighborhood Talk, shout out to them, despite Journey paying him nearly $1 million since their divorce was finalized in 2021, Bell is demanding half of her retirement savings. The docs state that their 401k and pension are considered community property, meaning he's entitled to 50% of what was earned from 2010 to 2019. Since their 2019 separation, Bell has collected $7,000 a month in child support and alimony. Now the court has ordered her plan administrator to transfer half of her account balance to him. The audacity. So when their divorce finalized, like, shouldn't that just be it? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going for the coin? She's been working since she was 3 years old. How are you going for the coin in the retirement set? One thing I won't do is do no fuck shit in California. Baby, if you have a child, that's why old girl we was just talking about, she claimed her residency in California, the girl that had, so she could try to get, the judge said, no ma'am, you gonna get this Georgia court order. You gotta head to the border. Head to the border. Girl, so pretty much in this case, he's trying to go back and get the retirement, you know, and all of that. It's like, it's not even that. Even if he doesn't get it, the amount of money she's probably having to spend in legal fees and what he's having to spend in legal fees.
So, okay, this is where I'm at with it. I heard the other side of the story a little bit.
Spill it.
Just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I be in the streets a little bit. Just, you know.
At the house, scrolling.
So what I heard on the street, I think he's trying to get her retirement basically from when they were married. So, you know, she'd been paying into it since she was 3. So her retirement he is trying to get is from when they were married, from 2009 or 10 to whatever.
Well, that's what they just said.
Okay. But my thing is, what I don't understand is, if you're already divorced
and it was finalized,
why was that not? But I know you can amend stuff if stuff come up like, okay, I didn't add this in the divorce. But it's given on Mad Day. I'm gonna go to court and get. But that amount of money, why would that not come up when you already dividing your assets? Because you already know. I know that California's a communal state
community
or whatever. So everybody know that.
Okay.
But why did that not come up? That's a lot to not come up with.
It's 2025.
Your negotiation.
Y'all divorce been final since 2020.
So how you gonna bring that big of an amount up is what I don't get. And then another thing, okay, with the child support, because that's where I was like, why is she paying this motherfucker? Well, I was already thinking, okay, if she's paying child support, I'm sure she's probably the full-time mom, just because I'm biased and I'm saying that.
But
listen. But sometimes when people have child support cases and the person makes more money, they have to make up for what that child is missing when they're not with that mom or dad.
Same standard of living.
The same standard of living. So when they said child support and alimony, I automatically think like, I'm sure she got her kids. So why is she paying him child support? So that's what I automatically went to. Do you think they have 50-50 custody?
But you got to understand, it's probably her job, even if he doesn't work, that's almost a benefit to her because her job, she's an actress. She'll have to be gone for 2 and 3 months at a time. And those times, it can't be 50-50 because she simply can't have her kids because she's away working, right? So their custody is probably split in a way where it's not 50-50. It might be 70, something like that, to where she's paying child support because there's
physical?
Yeah, because he's going to have more physical custody just simply because of her job. She's an actress. Her job, she doesn't go to work every day at 9 to 5, and he watch the kids during the day, and she come get. No, she has jobs where she's shooting movies and TV and Lifetime specials. Baby Journey be on the Hallmark Channel. She's gone for those months of time, and I'm sure he has the child. But even in the case of, I'm sure she was the more money earning individual. But I'm sure in this situation with her job, when they was married, I think that
actresses that married broke men and they ain't got no sole custody of their kids.
I'm not saying he has sole custody. I'm just saying that he may have the kids more simply based off of the fact in a 12-month span. You know what I'm saying? If she has a job where she's every other month having to be on set and she's away from the kids, he's the full-time parent at that time. The judge is going to take all of that into consideration when considering child support and alimony. And $7K a month is really not a lot in LA. In California,
especially for child support and
alimony, that's
made
combined.
Me think that it wasn't really all that for child support. It was more so they was living the same type of life. I didn't equate it to him having more time.
Well, I think it's more she makes more money.
Yeah.
She makes more money, so he's going to get out the alimony simply off of that.
How is he about to take all her money while she all her retirement?
Listen,
that's really what we talking about.
That's really what we talking about. And that's the part that I think is some fuck shit, that he's able to go in and take her retirement. And it's like, why are you fighting? You ain't got the money. You only getting that much $7K a month.
And that's on top of the million. That's on top of the million
that he got, yeah.
Sure, I'm confused. I am.
What you confused about?
I'm confused. For one, they got the little record sealed, I believe, so we can't really know what's going on. It's got to be something going on, because I know she's real private. Opposite of
going on like what?
It got to be something in that paperwork, because why is you paying him all this money? And he's
alimony and child, because she was the earner of the relationship.
That for like 5 or 6 years. Like, why all of a sudden? Like
That's what I'm saying. Now I will agree with you. There's something that happened to trigger, because you got to think about it.
Kids can't be little knee babies at this point. No, so it's not like you're paying for.
I don't know what triggered him to be announced, because I don't know what triggered him to want to go after that money. Like, you're good. Like, we settled this back in 2021.
Maybe he got like a tax debt or something.
Yeah, but it's like, court is so, being in litigation is time consuming. Why would you want that for your life? Yeah, you gotta, because that's a full-time job.
He do Tussie.
Pink Tussie.
He on Tussie. He's trying to pay for his habit, because like, why is you doing all that as a man? And then they gonna be like, what, the roles are reversed? The roles don't need to be reversed, because as a man and that is a woman, that's what the role is reversed. He don't need to be doing all that.
No.
Well, he might as well buy panties too.
So do you think it would be biased? So would you feel the girl, please? Would you feel the same way if me playing devil's advocate, if it was Journey, she wasn't no well-known actress, he was the well-known actor, and she ended up going back to get some of his, she was already getting the same, $7K and alimony, and she went back to get his retirement. Would you feel the same way?
So this is where my bias comes in. Because it depends on how they broke up, and it depends on, you know what I'm saying, if she was really owed that money. So let's just say you got the kids all the time.
Literally what I just said about him.
You got the kids all the time, but I don't think he got them kids all the time. I really don't.
Not even all the time, just more than her.
She got too many aunties, uncles. Like, girl, why does she need
ain't nobody
him?
watching them kids.
Girl, please. Please. Yeah, I don't believe that. I'm sorry.
And they probably live far. Girl,
I don't believe this man. I'm sorry. He look like a scammer and a hustler.
anyways, we about to move on because
Wait, no,
she
let
about
me just
to
say
go
this
ahead,
piece.
go
Let me
ahead,
say
because you
this
still
piece.
didn't really. So you said reverse.
If it was opposite, I'd be like, all right, girl, you should have. I would have said you should
have put it in the paperwork.
initial paperwork. You can't come back 5-6 years later and be like, I want half your retirement. Mm-hmm. Like you should have did that before. And if your lawyer was good enough, which I feel like if he got the alimony for $7,000 and $1 million,
good.
how you miss retirement?
Because I'm pretty sure that $1 million was the offset. Like, we're going to give you $7K a month, but we're going to give you $1
They
million.
sold a property. They could have did anything. They could probably, all their assets. I just do not believe, and I know this just as I do have my real estate license in 2 states. You can't divide no assets without no retirement coming up. In the beginning, she had it since she was 3. Mm-hmm. So you're trying to get something from since she was 3 and it didn't come up in your divorce. So I probably would have said that for the girl. But I probably rooted for her a little bit more. But I'd have been like, girl, you ain't going to win.
Right.
You ain't going to win.
Right.
So that's my honest opinion.
Oh, child, yeah. He mad about something. It's mad day.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's
very weird. All right, moving to our last disgruntled person, Miss Tasha Scott of Escape. Who said that, Escape?
Who said that?
Somebody called them Escape. I forgot.
I ain't never heard that.
Tasha Scott from Escape says she and her sister Tamika Scott had their first talk in 2 years after her viral residuals challenge. Now, I can't play it, but y'all saw the residuals shit she did. And it was the end for me to her kind of bucking at the camera like, residual. We gonna talk about the residuals. I'm like, well,
you know what that
dang.
reminded me of?
What?
When she did that Trick Daddy Holiday.
Thug Holiday.
It gave me Thug Holiday. That's what it gave me. That's what it gave me.
So whenever she came out with that, Tamika went on Ricky Smiley's show. The Brat called her, and she pretty much said that she's still with Rocky. She don't know why she came. She hadn't talked to her. So Tasha Scott recently did an interview this was last week, and she said that they did finally talk. So let me play a little bit what she said.
Sister's response was, did you see what your sister's response was to the challenge?
I'm sure you're gonna.
What's your response to that, and have you spoken to her?
Listen, like I said, when you're singing and you're coming from your heart, it reaches the heart. I was able to reach my sister through that song. So I'm grateful for just that interview alone, because as soon as I heard it, I was like, I gotta call. I literally picked
She's talking
up
about the Ricky Smiley interview.
We had our first talk in 2 years.
Wow.
So that's what music does, and that's what I'm just happy right now that we were able to talk last night.
Was it a good
amazing.
talk?
It was a good talk.
Okay.
It was a great talk. Really good talk. Okay. Yeah.
Did you see what your sister's response was to the challenge?
She gonna talk to us about some of the things that are going on, because I actually called her to make sure it was okay, to talk about this or whatever. So Tamika had a little something to say. So Meatball, good morning.
Not Meatball.
How are you?
Look how bright
are
she
you?
is straight to it.
Good. So tell me what your reaction is to this, because I called you. I was happy. I was like, everything finna be worked out. And you
Get to the T.
You know what? My sister's voice is undeniable. I always said that she was my favorite singer. She's going to always be my favorite singer. She definitely ate vocally.
Sang down.
But in real life, I think it's a genius marketing strategy for her new music.
That's all
it really is.
The scheme Rocky set up.
Right. The number's the same. The address the same. So if this is real, sis, pull up. I'm cooking now. Pull up. Let's do breakfast. Because the last time I saw
the way I'd have been, pull up, you got breakfast.
Some of the things that are going on.
So I can't play too much of it, but child, as you know, my thing is, and Candy was on the red carpet recently, I believe it was the NAACP awards or something, and she said that, pretty much the way she was talking is she needs to straighten it out with her sister, and then they will talk about her being back in Escape. Which I would love to see all of them on tour, but girl, the way I would be like,
I saw them on tour, so I feel like I.
Did you see it with Tasha?
Yeah.
Oh, you won.
One of them years we missed. I don't remember. It was like 2018 or 19 or 17. Something.
So I don't. Do you think they should let Tasha back in the group?
Not until she pay her money and she apologize. And if they feel it on their heart and on their spirit, that's it.
Yeah.
Because, girl, you the one that's been the problem. It sounds like that she's been the problem.
She is my thing because I watched.
Yeah,
and I remember not even the season not the R&B divas, but the show they did on Bravo. Before that, they did another show. I think it may have been on Bravo as well. But I remember how Tamika used to go so hard for her, like right, wrong, or indifferent. She had Tasha's back.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I think she is manipulating about Tamika is she's going to always have my back. She ain't going to never turn on me. I can kind of manipulate the story and twist it how I want. And she ain't going to.
She went on.
And when she went on. And even now, her doing the interview after, because the interview that she did with Tigger, the first one I just played, that was after the interview with Brad. But you see, we had a good talk after that. And it's just like we're sisters. No, you did some fuck shit. Yeah. Call it for what it is. Yeah. And why not say I'm a payer? She's still... What the last episode of the last season that they just had of this show, I didn't even know there was a $30,000. Quit lying.
And they say it's more than 30.
Gotta be.
Child.
What's Tamika mama name?
Miss somebody.
She confirmed that. She confirmed that. So I feel like, I'm for everybody getting their coin. At the end of the day, I know how the sister bond is, but Tamika. If you keep letting that girl bring you down, she gonna continue bringing you down the rest of your life.
And also with the they mama.
Oh, speak on it.
So it's not even really so much the sisters.
Right.
Like your mama keeping the
divide. You got to check them. Cause they're
back around there. Cause
they is manipulating. No, they totally manipulating.
It sounds like they jump you. Don't let it. Just keep your peace.
So, what's your final opinion on Tamika and Tasha?
Girl, child, Tasha, you know what? You just better be lucky your sister is giving you as much grace as she is in the public. Praise God.
What about Tamika?
Tamika, keep your peace. Whatever that looks like. I don't know what it does. If it's making up or not, just keep your peace.
Right. Yeah. If that's what that looks like for you, yeah.
Whatever it looked like.
But just know what that's coming with. Dude, you can forgive and still keep your distance.
Yeah.
That's a such thing as that.
The way she talks, she's forgiving her. I can tell because the way she talks and still bigs up her sister. She didn't forgave her, but it's just like, girl, I ain't got to fool with you because you ain't really came around here. It don't sound like she's really.
Even in the Brad interview, she said she saw her and her mom at a family event and they left. So we gonna watch this one because I'm pretty sure. Oh, Bravo, Andy and them. Y'all need to get the cameras down to Atlanta and record the girls.
It's
they
beefing. It's a lot going on.
Get the camera crew. You got to call them and get the recording.
Watch.
Baby, I will watch that.
I want to know what happened.
I want to know what happened from this point on to whenever.
All of it, so we need to watch it wrap
we gotta watch how it wrap up. We didn't even get a reunion.
We didn't.
All we got was the tour. I was just happy the tour happened with SWV.
Barely by the hair they chinny chin.
Baby. I'm sure even SWV watching Tasha like, now Tasha, you did all of that only for you to come back and say you got kicked out. You the reason why Coco hair done fell out.
She cut it. She said, fuck
Coco look good. She has the perfect face for that. I saw her son at the Beyonce concert.
In Charlotte?
Yep. Coco has like the perfect face for that haircut she had. You didn't stress Coco out. Fuck you, Tasha.
In the show.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We will be back with more topics. The next time we reconvene, it's your girl Ashby along with my sis Melina, and we're out. Bye.
you.